What interests me about young people is the way in which they deal with new technology and obviously take it quite naturally, as I would take a bicycle naturally or whatever. They use the computers, they have access to information that would not have been available to them in the past, to different points of view than they'll get in the media, and also a realization that has come to them naturally that we are all part of one small world. Years ago, if there was a famine in India, as there was in Bengal, and the war would never have reached, news wouldn't have reached us. But now we see it on our television every night, along with the football match that's taken place perhaps in a town nearby, and realise all of a sudden that we do live in a small global village. And even the tragedies and wars are only a few hours away by air and a few microseconds away by television or radio, and that gives them an understanding of the world that I don't think older people have, because in the old days you had foreign affairs and you had foreigners, British people and foreigners, and it doesn't have any meaning anymore. Charles Eames, who was a friend of mine, a very, very famous designer and photographer, said we live in spaceship Earth. And when I heard that phrase, all of a sudden it made sense to me. The family of humanity is in this little vehicle going through space, and you have to live together, the realization of that. And I think this is an insight that older people find very, very hard to take on board. We can learn it and hear about it and be told about it, but for young people it's natural. And therefore they're much more likely to come to terms with what has to be done than older people born in different periods when this technology simply didn't exist. And I think one should look at young people with respect for that reason. They're not responsible for the mess we're in because they weren't born. They will be responsible for the next stage, and therefore their perception of what the world is about and what has to be done is natural to them. And that's why I'm an optimist, and I think young people have such a lot to offer us